drinking. About to make history. He's the first to do it.
He's a great fighter, like I say, he's not Canelo. Obviously, I'm been in this situation for a long time, and I have the experience. They only focus on my power, but I have more than that. He's not gonna beat me. Don't worry about it. He's not gonna beat me. Don't worry about it.
Let's talk about the press meeting. Things quickly became tense. What started out as mutual respect turned into insults and heated arguments over who was right. Canelo made it clear that Crawford would not beat him, but Crawford calmly responded that the belts were already on their way home and Canelo couldn't stop them. They exchanged a cold stare. This wasn't a normal promotional event. These two are convinced they're about to change the course of boxing history.
Sure, them belts coming with me. They coming home with me. I'm telling you right now.
You can see it, but it's gonna be difficult. You take it to your
I'm taking them, and ain't nothing you gonna be able to do about it. Come fight
and
night.
I know Turkey's in your corner,
I promise you.
But look, it's gonna be very difficult. He's gonna be so mad that day. Believe me.
I see you. I see you. You see I'm different.
I see you too.
You see I'm different than all the other ones.
No, I see you. No, you don't know different. You're nothing different.
I'm different.
Nothing different.
I'm different.
We'll see.
You gonna see.
We'll
you know
see.
it.
We'll see.
Undisputed glory on the line.
Eddie Hearn versus Canelo Alvarez, a dream matchup. Speed versus accuracy, skill versus experience. Let's hear what the experts have to say.
Canelo, I think he's gonna cook him. I think, Canelo a hell of a fighter, but I think Bud just got all the tools to beat him.
You don't think the weight difference?
About Terence Crawford calling out Canelo.
I don't like that fight.
Why not?
I don't like that fight. It's just too much weight. And he had a close fight with the last guy he fought, Terence, because this guy was big and he was awkward. He was really awkward. He shouldn't have fought that guy. He should have fought a guy that was just come straight at him. The guy was too awkward.
He's herky jerky. Yeah.
Or one of them.
Yeah.
See, it's a missing.
But I think my initial reaction would be to say that I think that Crawford would be the superior boxer, as great as Canelo is, as seasoned as he is, with 65 fights, if I recall, on his record. He's phenomenal. But Crawford is something special. I think that he's a better pure boxer. I think boxing-wise, he's going to give...
Eddie Hearn's voice stands out in the crowded boxing world full of strong opinions and bold predictions. He always has something to say. Even though Hearn has long supported Canelo Alvarez, and the two have worked together for years, he admits that Terence Crawford's style is different. Eddie noticed a level of confidence in Crawford in his camp that was hard to ignore. It rubbed off on him. Crawford clearly believes he will win this bout, and his confidence is contagious. Hearn still believes Canelo can win, but his prediction currently leans toward Crawford.
Bring Crawford in the fight, or has your opinion changed?
I mean, I've always favoured Canelo in the fight.
Well, I've heard that you want Canelo to win, but you feel...
Of course, yeah. I like Terence. But I've worked a lot with Canelo, and I think just because of what I saw in Riyadh, and because of the threat, and he's getting on as well, Crawford, but it's just like the mindset of Crawford. Like, there's no doubt in Terence Crawford's mind that he wins this fight. And when you spend a bit of time with him, you kind of start buying into that. And I guess that's what happened in Riyadh, because I travelled with him to the fight, and but it's a 50-50 fight. I think gun to head, I'm probably picking Crawford.
Makes this fight so complex. Crawford's unorthodox style, according to Eddie Hearn, is defined by stance, switching, savvy movement, and fighting off the back foot. Hearn compares Crawford's likely approach to what Dmitry Bivol used against Canelo, a mix of movement, smart attacks, and denying Canelo the chance to get comfortable. Crawford may not be as cautious as Bivol, but he'll surely apply pressure. With a similar strategy,
but I want Canelo to win. I know he can win for sure, but Terence is going to make it really tricky and awkward for him, and I don't think he's going to like that kind of fight.
When you say tricky and awkward with switching stances, like, what do you mean
Moving,
by that?
fighting off the back foot.
Yeah.
A lot of, I mean, he'll engage a lot more than Skull, but he will be looking to do all the things where people have had success, which is use movement, Look at what Bivol did. Bivol had the perfect game plan. He boxed off the back foot, then he attacked, then he moved, then he, all that kind of stuff. I think Crawford will be looking to do exactly.
Even if Canelo loses, Eddie thinks it won't damage his legacy. Canelo is already an all-time great, and taking on someone who started at a much lower weight is a major risk, but also a massive payday. He would never pass up.
If Terence, well, one, do you think if Canelo loses, it hurts anything to his legacy?
No, Canelo's an all-time great. He's an incredible fighter, and look, I actually think this is a bad fight for him because you're losing to a 147, obviously 154 now. But the money's the money, and he was never going to turn it down.
Interview following Hearn's lead, Teddy Atlas a major voice in insightful commentary. He recalls how people began to doubt Crawford when he didn't dominate David Avanesian, as predicted. But rather than criticizing Crawford, Teddy sees this as a reflection of unrealistic expectations. Crawford adjusted and found a way to win just like Teddy expects him to do against Canelo. It's not just about size and weight. It's about Crawford's ability to adapt and find gears others can't.
And that's great. That is tremendous. And you can make arguments both sides. Well, Canelo's too big. He's too big, and Crawford, as good as he is, he stepped up with Matrimorph, and he struggled a little bit. He won, but it was more competitive. We thought. Well, we didn't understand how good Matrimorph was because we underestimated him because he only had 10 pro fights, but he had 300 amateur fights. He was a good, solid fighter, right? And he's on this card, of course, but he was a good, solid fighter. We didn't understand that, so we started to knock down Crawford a little bit because our expectations were so high, and that's wrong. That's wrong. He won, he changed gears, he did what he had to do when he realized the level of this guy in front of him, and he got the win.
For Teddy, Crawford's speed and agility are key. When people say Canelo is too powerful or too heavy, Teddy responds that Crawford is faster, more creative, and has more tools in his arsenal. He compares this to Manny Pacquiao's fight with Oscar De La Hoya. Everyone thought Oscar had the upper hand, but Manny's speed and angles changed everything. Teddy believes something similar could happen here.
First, who's got the advantage and the disadvantage? Yeah, the size, the power of Canelo, he's got the advantage. Then all of a sudden you go back and you say, wait a minute. The other guy's faster. The other guy's craftier. The other guy has more options. The other guy is slicker. Oh, well, maybe he's got the advantages. Like the first time Pacquiao fought De La Hoya. And I know De La Hoya was having trouble with weight. Well, I get it, and that's fair. But still, I remember I picked that one. Well, every once in a while I pick one right. I remember that I picked that one where Pacquiao's going to win. And I said, yeah, you're saying that De La Hoya's bigger, he's stronger. He's got the power edge, he's got this edge. But the other guy's quicker. And that's going to be an
asterisk, interview asterisk. Despite Canelo's impressive resume and experience against elite opponents, Teddy sees something special in Crawford. He believes Crawford has rare instincts, like split-second timing and an ability to read and react before others even realize what's happening. These aren't things you can teach, they're natural gifts. And Teddy believes those instincts could be the difference in a fight like this.
I'm one of the people that thinks Crawford is very, very special. I'm not saying Canelo's not, but I think he's special in a different way, where he's got instincts that not everyone has. Yeah. It's the timing, it's the instinctual things, the X factors, the intangibles that he has. And I think they're going to show themselves. I really do.
Finally, Teddy's prediction is clear. He feels Crawford is uniquely skilled and capable of defeating a bigger fighter like Canelo. He's excited not just about the matchup, but because it represents something bigger, the timeless tale of David versus Goliath. And he believes Crawford has what it takes to pull it off right in front of our eyes.
I can't wait. Yeah. I can't wait to see a smaller guy use those intangibles, use those X factors to beat a bigger guy. I always wanted to see David and Goliath live. Yeah. Didn't you?
Of course, absolutely. I would as well.
Okay, we'll get ready to watch it.
Yeah, I can't.
Is Canelo going to remind everyone why he's been king for so long? Or is Bud about to shake up history?